Hello everybody, welcome back. It's Switch here with Magic the Gathering. Yeah, with some Magic the Gathering. I just figure I want to play some other games, which I've been used to play back in the days. Long time ago. With that being said, I have no idea obviously what's going on with the Magic universe, like how the standard looks like, how the other whatever events looks like for example we have in that 23 hours time there's going to be, well, there's some professional events, so that doesn't really bother me, because if you want to be a professional you obviously need to be up to the date with the current meta and actually playing on daily basis. The Magic actually, it's not the game like you need to play 12 hours per day to be on the best. I like to be on the best place, to be a best player. But simply you just need to follow the meta on daily basis and play on daily basis to understand what's going on. So I'm definitely not one of those guys, because I used to play like sort of competitive. I don't even know when was that, back in the Jesus. Yeah, I don't even know what's the name of the blog. Invasion? Apocalypse, I think was the block of Apocalypse. So long time ago. And Magic the Gathering online, you can actually check this sort of by clicking on whatever deck we can create, and it's supposed to showing us here. So right now it's called Historic, and I think on the online version I used to play on the Terrors Beyond Death, and I just know the mark of the set. So Terrors, I think so, was Terrors at least. And the decks which I used to play physically, they don't even hear on the Historic, so they rotate out everything. Anyway, so the standard, that's the standard, which I have no idea. I will need to get some guide what's the proper standard. I mean, by proper, when it's going to rotate out and stuff like that. But for today's video, it's just like, well, a casual player. And I'm just going to play whatever they offer to me. So basically I just installed the game again. And they just gave me the decks. I have this like a starter decks. So we have a couple of those, and by couple of those I mean 4, I believe so, because I'm just going to play standard. I don't really care about any other modes. When I'm playing the Magic, or if I will, get into the Magic, maybe not, but if I will get into the Magic, I probably will try to play standard. Okay, so I'm just going to play, I'm just going to press play, and then we can choose obviously the standards, the Alchemy. So the Alchemy, we can play every deck they offer to us. Alchemy mode, I believe so, it's just the mode which you will get cards which they're only online, not physical cards. So I don't care about this, but in order to play on the standard rank, we just need to remove 4 cards from this deck, 1 card from this deck, 1 card from this deck, 3 cards from this deck, and 1 card from this deck. I don't know how the Alchemy cards looks like. I will figure it out this later on. But for today's video, I'm just going to grab the first deck, which is Avalanche, and also I have no clue. So what I'm supposed to do right now, I'm just supposed to press the edit the deck. And by pressing the edit the deck, obviously I can take a look throughout the whole list of the deck in order to sort of understand. But those decks are more like a draft decks, just simply because, as you can see, there's like one piece of some card, and then we have again one piece of something, and one piece of something, and one piece of something. So yeah, that was like a big pause, and I want to say something, but there's nothing really to say. It's like kind of self-explanatory, right? I mean, if we don't have the 4 copies of the card, we are going to struggle to draw this. So this basically for the people who never play the Magic and they sort of, I don't know, want to play to understand the mechanics or whatever behind it, like playing the spells. But other than that, this is not going to be consistent to the way I'm going to win, any games. And probably, if we're talking about later on, if you want to be good at the game, we want to have like consistent deck and probably winning the most of our games. Especially if we're talking about the stuff like a pro, like you need to win 7 games. I just want to check something. Like here, you need to win 7, but you can lose some. Sign up for this day 1 event and get all 7 wins to qualify for day 2. Oh, okay. All 7. This is crazy, isn't it? You actually need to get 7 wins in the row. Well, they're professionals, right? But still, if you will get somebody who is pro as well, so it's 50-50, right? Players may enter day 1 as many times as they wish. Okay, so if they lose like on the 6th, they will try to get 7 win again. And I believe so this is going to be for 2 days, right? Player may enter day 1 as many times as they wish, but can only enter day 2 once, even if they have qualified through day 1 multiple times. The format for this day 1 event is historic with a single game matches. The day 2 event will use traditional historic with the best of 3 matches using sideboards and individual timers for assistance. Click here to contact customer service. So yeah. Just you need to be involved in this, read through all the stuff. But this is not the purpose of this video. For me, it's just basically trying to play some game. Well, actually just playing 1 game. Avalanche. I'm just gonna read through, I suppose so. Ascended Spirit. So we have the card for 1 blue mana, it's 1 attack, 1 toughness, and we have, you know what, I think I'm just going to figure it out during the gameplay, because there's like no real point. I see already like, okay, we have 2, 3 and 4 like frozen mana or whatever I'm supposed to call it. So back in the days was the Ice Age lands or something like that. So basically if I will be able to generate somehow Snowland, okay, so from the Snowland we can trigger some abilities. Ascendant Spirit becomes a Spirit Warrior with base power and toughness 2 and 3, and that's enough. Then we have the Bubble Snare, which is 1 enchant aura kicker. So we have possibility to enchant a creature. When the Bubble Snare enters the battlefield, it was kicked. Tap enchant creature. Okay, enchant creature doesn't untap during his control untap step. Yada yada yada. So basically it's basically 4 mana, because there is no point to playing this without kicker, right? When the Bubble Snare enters the battlefield, it was kicked. Tap enchant creature. Okay, okay. So we have possibility to tap the creature. That's cool. For the aggro, not so much, but still, it's alright. Blizzard Brawl. So we have 1 green mana. It's a sorcery spell. It's no sorcery, so the difference is choose target creature you control and target creature you don't control. If you control 3 or more snow permanents, the creature you control get +1 and +0 and gains indestructible until end of turn. Then those creatures fight each other. If you control 3 or more snow permanents. Okay, so we need to control 3 or more. So 3 permanents, then we can play, and this is going to work then. Because if you're not controlling the 3 permanents, the 3 snow permanents, the spell is not going to work out. Avalanche color. So it's a snow creature, human wizard. 1 color, less mana, 1 blue, 1/3 stats. Target snowland you control become a 4/4 elemental creature with hexproof and haste until end of turn. It's still a land. That's crazy. Crazy good. And this is just 1 here. There's supposed to be like 4 copies of this. Yeah, you're just gonna carry on with Avalanche color. It's like 2 whatever mana it is. This is amazing. This card is broken, isn't it? Because that 2 mana is the instant. So basically you can just play this. If you have 4 mana, you can just play this, and then you can just attack instantly with 4/4 elemental creature with hexproof. So this land is never going to be damaged. So we definitely want to get like 4 copies of this. It's just crazy good. Emergent sequence. One colorless, one green. Sorcery. Search your library for a basic green card, put into the battlefield tab, then shuffle. The land becomes a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature that's still a land. Alright, but I don't really like the idea of it because then the opponent can remove it, right? Put a 1/1 counter on it for each land you had entered the battlefield under your control this turn, unless we've done some crazy mechanics with the lands and then land entered the battlefield under your control. So, just want to read this one more time to clarify. The battlefield up then shuffle this becomes alrighty. So that's going to be permanent. Permanently it's going to be +1/+1. So it's good and it's bad because it's going to be a creature. So we don't really like to have small creature as a land because that's going to be removed instantly. Especially if it's 1/1 because we're basically removing the opponent land, right? So this is, well, I don't want to be, rude, but this is kind of shitty, isn't it? It's crap. Unless there's going to be some crazy mechanics involved with the Lotus Cobra. I believe so, because the Lotus Cobra is for 2 mana. And have the landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, add 1 mana of any color. No, that's not the mechanics we're looking forward to. I thought the landfall is going to be we can play another land. So we're just adding the mana. It's still alright, but not what I'm looking forward to. 2 mana, untap target Snowland, that's cool. Zaimon. Quandrix Prodigy. Okay, 2 mana, 1/2, legendary creature. So which means we can only play 1 on the table. And then we have for 1 colorless mana, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. So that's the mechanic we're looking forward to. So that's the thing. And the 4 mana, draw a card. If you control 8 or more lands, draw the card. Excuse me, draw 2 cards instead. One more time, draw a card. If you control 8 or more lands, draw 2 cards instead. Vortex Runner for 2 colorless mana and 1 blue. As long as you control 8 or more lands, Vortex Runner gets +1/+0 and can't be blocked. As long as you control 8 or more lands. Okay, so that's probably never going to happen. Really slow cards. Kind of useless. Like we're supposed to have like 4 Ascendant Spirits. That's for sure. 4 Avalanche Color. That's for sure. This emergency sequence doesn't really ring the bell for now. Sculptor of Winter, that's alright though, because we can untap the lands. Zimon, it's okay. We can put the land from the hand. So we can do some sort of ramp to something. I don't know for what, but still. Quandrix Command. 3 mana, instant. Choose to return target creature or planeswalker to its owner hand. Counter target artifact or enchantment spell. Put 2 1/1 counters on target creature. Okay, so we can put the counters on that land. I believe so. Target player shuffles up to 3 target cards from their graveyard into their library. Well, that's okay. We can shuffle something from the library to, excuse me, one from the graveyard to the library. So that's okay. I don't really see what's the purpose of this, but we have some stuff we can do. 4 mana, 0 attacks, no creature, bear spirit. When Spirit of the Elder Guard enters the battlefield, search your library for a Snowland card, reveal it, put into your hand, then shuffle. Spirit of the Elder Guard gets +1/+0 for each other snow permanent you control. Ooh. Okay, so that's cool. So basically 5 lands, 5 snow lands is going to be 5 and 4 attack. So he might be good. And any other snow permanent, so if we are actually having some other snow cards, snow creatures, snow creatures, so that's the another thing. Like this deck doesn't really work properly just simply because of this bear, because this bear are telling us already like half of the deck at least supposed to be a snow permanents. The bear itself is great, but not in this deck because we're just missing of like 3 of those and 3 of those. I mean, I can do the quick fix. I believe so. Draw 2 cards. You might put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Put a land card. So that's okay though. I mean, it's with the end, right? Quandrix Cultivator. This is like 4 mana. And what's that do? It's a turtle druid. When Quandrix Cultivator enters the battlefield, you may search your library for basic forest or island card, put in the battlefield, then shuffle. Okay. So we have some sort of a little bit of the mechanic of taking out and ramping to Berg Strider, 5 mana, 4/4. When Berg Strider enters the battlefield, tap target artifact or creature and opponent controls. If a snow was spent to cast this spell, that permanent doesn't untap during its control on next untap step. Okay, I need to read this slowly one more time to clarify. Tap target artifact or creature and opponent's control. And when we are going to spend actually the snow mana, if snow was spent to cast the spell, that permanent doesn't untap during its control next untap step. So we need to spend snow mana, we can call it like that, I don't know. Well, basically the mana from the snowland to cast the Berg Strider. Okay. And Graven Lore, 5 mana, scry X, where X is the amount of snow spent to cast the spell, then draw 3 cards. So we're just going to probably scry 5 and then draw 3 cards. And this is actually instant, so we can play with in the opponent's turn. So that's a great card. I think even like one more copy of this would be great. It's expensive, but we're actually ramping, so it's not that expensive though. 5 mana legendary creature elemental. Ashaya Soul of the White's power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. So definitely 5, 7, whatever. 8, 8. Non-token creatures you control are forest land in addition to the other types. Wow. Non-token creatures you control are forest lands. So if you're having 5 mana and we're casting this and we have like another 5 creature on the table, so this is actually becoming 10-10. Jesus, this is crazy good. I mean, at least on the paper. Probably it's going to be removed. It's going to be removed instantly just after we are going to cast this, but still. Like I said, on the paper it looks great. I'm going to do a screenshot. Snow Day. So 6 mana, tap up to target creatures. Those creatures doesn't untap during their control on next untap step. Draw 2 cards, then discard a card. Okay, cool. So you can tap 2 creatures. 6 mana, very expensive. But we are drawing some cards, so it's not that bad. Bookworm. 8 mana, Jesus. Trample. When Bookworm enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life and draw a card. Okay, fine with that. Actually, it's good. Put Bookworm from your graveyard into your library, third from the top. That's okay. Like playing 1 copy of this, it's okay. I know it's 8 mana, but have some mechanic which we can draw from the graveyard. Icebreaker Kraken. Jesus, 12. How are we going to do 12 mana snow creature Kraken? This spell costs less to cast for each snow land you control. Oh, okay, that makes sense though. So when you're having 5 lands, this is going to cost 7. So we need to have like 6 lands to cast this. Yeah, it's 12, so it's going to be half. Yeah, 6 lands. Blue, 2 blue and 4 green. Or 2 blue and whatever. 6 mana. Okay, so we have Kraken for 6 mana. And what does Kraken do? When Kraken enters the battlefield, artifact and Artifacts and creatures target opponent control doesn't untap during the player next untap step. Artifacts and creatures target opponent. This is crazy. Return 3 snowlands you control to return 3 snowlands you control to their owner hand. Return ice. Break Kraken to his owner hand. Okay, so we also can return our 3 lands to return this Kraken to the hand if somebody like to, you know, remove the Kraken. So that's really nice card. Also, we just need 6 mana to cast this. And then we have the lands. And then we have one pretty nice land which we can choose, blue and green. And some land which is going to be enters the battlefield tapped, so it's going to be tapped. Okay, so took me 20 minutes to go through, but I'm just going to play right now. At least I know what's going on. But I already see like a couple of changes I wanna apply to make this deck actually playable. I mean, we have 3 mana. But we don't really have anything to play. So I think we need to mulligan. And we have 2 mana. And we're not able to mulligan again? Why? I really wish to carry on with the mulliganing to actually get 3 lands at least and something to play with. But the other hand was better than this hand just simply due to the fact we had 3 lands on our hand. So I'm just gonna mulligan one more time. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it. I don't really need to check what I want to keep because I just noticed you have 3 lands. And then drag 2 cards to the bottom of your library. So this is no use on the beginning at all. And this is like 6 mana, so it's like no brainer. We don't even need to read this. Whatever, it's 6 mana, so it's a done. And easy peasy. And this land is going to go tapped, so we just want to start from the tapped land, and we're just following by another Rimewood Falls because it's going to be the another tapped land. So there's no brainer. We're just gonna go like this, and we're just gonna follow with another, or we'll see actually what that's do. The Avalanche color. We're supposed to have the 4 copies of this. On the next game, I will try to change this deck to the way how I... Well, I want to say how I feel it, but that's really too big word, because if we want to change something to the way how we feel it, we probably want to have access to every possible card in the game, which I don't, so... to the way how I can change it. Oh, that's make more sense. Okay, so we have the Sorcerer card. This is the best way to play this, is like when we actually having like 4 mana. So what I'm going to do, I'm still going to play another land which is going to be tapped. And we can play this, I believe so. Search your library for a basic land card. Put it on the battlefield tab, then shuffle. Okay. So that's what I really want to play because it's a sorcery. Or sorcery. Sorcery spell, and I'm gonna go with whatever it is, to be honest. But we might just choose blue, just for the sake of, I don't know. I like it blue. So that's actually becoming 2/2 creature, because that was the second land. We just play one from the hand and we just use that sorcery spell to search for another land, which that gave us another +1/+1 counter. Put a 1/+1/+1 counter on it for each land you had entered the battlefield under your control this turn. Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Dragon's Guard allied. Double the number of counters, okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, obviously we want to play the land. And then we're going to play the Avalanche color. And we're just going to attack the... We're just going to use his ability for the land. Like, for example, this one. And that's going to become 4/4 with the hexproof. So the reason why I'm targeting this land is because if I will target this land, which is a creature, he still will be able to destroy it just before I will use the ability. So before the ability will trigger. But right now I can just press the next and it's going to be a combat phase. And I can actually attack with this one. And it's hexproof. I mean, he can block, so we don't have a trample. So he's not going to receive the damage. But then also... Alright, he's just buffing him. Okay, so that's cool. That's alright. There's no other way around to kill. I think I've done the mistake by let him buffing this creature. I just need to block. Just simply because we can use the bubble snare. To just make him infinitely obviously you want a kicker. So he's going to be permanently tapped. So I supposed to use that before. My bad. It's not like a big deal. First time playing this deck, you know. Oh my god. What's that? But he's playing the starter deck as well, I believe so, because I just seen this picture of that creature. Alright, so we're just going to tap everything what we possibly can tap. Just playing BAYC, we can instantly tap. We need 5 mana. Yeah, I'm just going to tap this one. I wonder, do I really want to play this land? But I think I'm just gonna keep it because of the emergence sequence. But we just have only one in the deck, right? I'm just gonna leave it like this. Okay. Next. No attacks. End of turn. I don't know what's that do. Doing the token. Doing some crazy stuff. Later on, I believe so. Green Wolf. Not really bother about this. Okay, so I just want to do... Hopefully that's the land I didn't play right now, right? That's supposed to be marked, like which land I played this turn. I believe so, that's okay. I'm just going to press next. It's going to be combat phase. I'm going to do like this and like that. Okay. We don't really have too much tweaks in our sleeve, I guess. There's not really much going on. I think he's on the better place. But, well, I can just do something like that, right? To have a blocker. Enters the battlefield, you might search your library for a basic forest or island card. Put that in the battlefield and shuffle, okay. I mean, I guess don't mind if I do. Take action, yes. Want the land. I don't know why I want the land, but I want the land. I'm just going to play another. And just do nothing or attack. I already tapped. The lands. I can try to change this creature into the land and force the attack. I'm just gonna keep and wait for that big kraken or whatever. I mean, I can do like that. Whatever. He's going to block, so he's going to block. That's okay. Yeah, I think I'm waiting for the Kraken or I'm waiting for that green elemental. I don't remember the name. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, he can attack like that, okay. No good, isn't it? Okay, we have snow instant spell. So, what I'm going to do? I really want to do this or no? We are not going to do anything. So on the end of his turn, we're trying to play this Graven Lore in order to just draw the cards and scry the cards. And if he wants to attack, we can basically use our Avalanche color. It's going to be my turn. Okay, I'm just going to do like this. Try X, where X is the amount of stone we use, okay. Then draw 3 cards. Okay, so what we really want to draw? I think we want to draw this, right? Okay. Done this correctly? Yay! My turn, okay. That's good. That's good then. Okay, so we're gonna go with the land. We wanna go with the Kraken. I believe so. And the Kraken is crazy. Because they just can't do anything. And then we just want to follow with the Blizzard Brawl, because this should target you control and target creature you don't control. So we want to do this. I believe so. But we don't really need to do this, do we? I think I'm just gonna go with this. Because we can draw the cards. And there's no point to attack something. Yeah, I'm just gonna do like this. I'm just gonna use this for later on if we need to. And I'm just going to attack with all. Whatever that means, because this is just 3 damage, right? But still. So they can block. They can't block? Why? I didn't get this. Okay, so they can block because they are not tapped, right? But when they tap, they won't be able to untap. So my bad. So they can still block. But if they tap, they won't be able to untap. Oh my god, so the Kraken actually makes all the time the opponent's creatures. They're not untapping. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I just want to do something like that. Or even better though. Do I have mana for play this? You know what I wanted to do? Like play this bookworm and then play the Blizzard Brawl on this worm. And that's going to be our mechanic. So I don't really want to apply the Cracker, because what's going to happen, they're just going to block the Kraken and Kraken is just going to die. And but when we are going to play and attack the worm, we don't really care, because we can actually take out the worm constantly just for 3 mana. So the Kraken is amazing because we can actually put the Kraken back. But we can do even better things. We can actually do something crazy. If you control 3 or more snow permanents, obviously we do. And that's indestructible. And we can just destroy whatever creature we want to. Oh, this is crazy. This is like really crazy. Okay. And now we can actually do the same thing one more time if you want to. Are we able to play the Kraken? Yes, we do, right? Do we really want to? That's the question. I think we want to. We have mana? No, we don't have mana. We have one off. Okay, so we're just going to do something like this. Yeah, we want to put the card. Oh, submit like that, okay. I know a little bit slow, but I need to get used to everything. So we are still indestructible, so yeah, obviously we want to attack. 9-2. I like the stats though. So we actually use one creature in order to kill 3 from the table. We have the trample. Oh Jesus. So we actually go through that 2 damage and still hit for 7. What's that? I mean, I don't really want to read this, too much to read. I mean, unless this is my card, so I need to understand. 6 mana, 6/6. Or maybe it's set with that. Okay, trample and haste. Okay, if you would put 1 or more creatures on a permanent or player, put twice that mana of each of tokens, kinds of counters, permanent players. That okay? That's it's not relevant right now. If any opponent would put 1 or more counters on a permanent player, they put half mana. Okay. So this is like, doesn't really matter what's that do. Unless we're dead. But we're fine. And you'll be fine. And you are going to be fine, so Kraken it is. Okay. We can draw, but then we need 4 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yep, I wanna use this. And just going to attack. Hooray! I mean, I supposed to block before, I think so, because if he had something on the hand which can boost the damage, I probably will lose this game. So that was definitely a mistake. But, well, it's just basic gameplay, right? We'll do mistakes. My first game after, oh my god, I don't know when I was playing it the last time. So that was it. Bronze. Bronze tier. Figuring out how to play the first deck. Took me quite long, but well, that's what's happening if you didn't play like so many years. You're just going to claim some prize. And actually done almost some quests, daily quests. I will probably play a couple of games today more. Maybe you will try to fix this deck to be able to play more consistently. Or maybe try to check some other decks. But other than that, I think the next video, if I will be doing from the Magic, is going to be on the Friday. So I don't know. Like I said, it's going to be like on the weekly basis, because I don't really know which game I really want to play. But just one game on Friday. I think I might manage to play. So at some point, I might play on the standard basis, on the not daily basis like a standard. What I mean, like maybe the net deck or something. I will try to create and maybe play, but we'll see about that. Anyway, so thank you very much, guys, for watching. If somebody was actually watching, and take care, guys. And I will try maybe to play and check the other starter decks, so will be more smoothly for the next video. Okido. Take care and bye for now.